Hello and welcome to another update video about BNB. So BNB is now getting really interesting, especially as I entered here yesterday as well, bought into the the red volume. Okay, so I bought around 292, and now watching if this is going to be a sustainable move to the upside. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it makes one more low in here. The reason is, while there is a bit of a buy reaction, it is not strong enough to suggest we are already in an impulse. So we need to keep an open mind here as long as we haven't really left the support area. The thing is, whenever we really left the area here before, yeah, we had, I mean, there were various good entries that anybody here who's watching these channels or this channel could have entered, right? But whenever we left it, really, we entered and we left it, then it was a confirmation that we were starting to rally higher. So I'm watching, are we going to get above that $297 level now on a sustained basis? If so, then the next target for the bulls will be this descending trend line of this so-called descending broadening wedge. I think what we could have done here is in this C wave that I highlighted here in yellow, so A wave, B wave and C wave, that in this C wave we are doing or have done an ending diagonal. Yeah, ending diagonals and broadening wedges are quite rare, so I'm observing another option as well, but it both would be similar. Both would lead to a similar result, which would be eventually a move to the upside here, as long as we're holding the $275 level. I think that's quite relevant. That's important support. We haven't even touched it yet. We don't need to touch it. It would be good to hold it. Yeah, at least not to break below it on a sustained basis. I mean, if it does a wick down to 270, where we had the previous wave 4 low, I wouldn't be too concerned. But it should ideally hold the $275 level and not break below it and hold there. Which means breaking below it, retesting it, and then selling off further would make me consider a much more bearish option here for BNB. But as long as it's holding, and especially as long as we are, well, as long as we're holding, you could say now the low from yesterday, which was here at 282, actually 283. That was a good entry. We could focus on higher, but I'm still skeptical. I'm skeptical at this stage, so I would want it to go above 297 first, and then we need to break out of this wedge. So that's sort of what I'm observing at this stage. We need to be careful. It could be a different count as well. So in this scenario here, where we moved up in so far only 3 waves, 1, 2, 3. This was a 4, and we should still get a 5th. Yeah. We could still reach this target area. That hasn't changed. We already reached it here. Yeah. And you know, as you know, these areas are normally, you know, support areas for buying in, target areas here on the upside, either for shorting or for taking profits. Here between 329 and 358. And in this scenario, we should reach it again, because I'm currently counting this move up only as a B wave, a corrective wave, because I can really only count, as per this wave structure, 3 waves in an ABC. So I'm not really, I don't really consider that a significant top. However, it's possible if I modify the count slightly, I could get to a view that we say, okay, if I place that 3rd wave here, and I place the 4th here, I could get away with counting this as a 5 wave move. Or I actually would probably need to move it here if I'm looking at it. Yeah, and then I've got 5 waves up, and then I could say, okay, maybe we topped here. Okay, but even then, you know, what would we have then? Then we would have the scenario where we come down in an A wave. We would now move up in B and come down in C. So that means I could, in the worst, trade the B wave. B waves are not recommended really for trading, but because it could already be the 5th wave to the upside, you know, it might be worth, you know, sort of looking at this. That's why we had the support area here to cover for both possible scenarios. Now, if we are really in the B wave now, which would be the more bearish option, which would result into another C wave lower later, I mean, then we should still sort of get into the region between the at the very least $305, but more ideal here between 311 and 318. Okay, so I will consider taking partial profits if we get into this region and then move up my stop loss, or just move up my stop loss. It depends a little bit on the structure, which is currently evolving. But yeah, at the moment I'm watching, have we made the low? If not, then we need to hold 275. And then I gave you the key levels that are relevant for taking profits or taking partial profits. And yeah, these are sort of my views here about BNB and where we should be heading. Primary expectation though is that we're getting a fifth wave, but I'm observing both options. Okay, yeah, that's my update about BNB. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.